At 45°C in Alaska, stepping outside a train for just a few minutes can be deadly. Now imagine being the engineer responsible for a train carrying hundreds of passengers through one of the coldest and most isolated places on Earth. No rescue team is waiting around the corner. No heated station is nearby. If the engine stops, the cold doesn't just become uncomfortable, it becomes your biggest enemy. This is what one night in the life of an Alaska train engineer really looks like. The shift begins long before sunset. While most people are finishing dinner or relaxing at home, the train engineer arrives at the rail yard hours early. In Alaska, winter isn't just a season, it's an obstacle that challenges every machine, every worker, and every decision. The thermometer already reads 45°C, and weather forecasts warn of stronger winds overnight. The engineer knows that wind can make the temperature feel even colder, turning exposed skin numb within minutes. Before the train can even move, a complete inspection is required. The locomotive has been kept warm using engine heaters because shutting it off completely in these temperatures could make restarting nearly impossible. The engineer walks slowly around the train with a flashlight, checking wheels, brakes, hoses, couplers, and fuel lines. Every step crunches through thick snow. Even wearing insulated boots, the cold slowly pushes through. Inside the cab, the engineer powers up the control systems and carefully watches every gauge. Oil pressure, coolant temperature, air brake pressure, battery voltage, and engine performance must all be perfect before departure. A small warning light that might seem insignificant elsewhere could become a major emergency hundreds of kilometers from the nearest town. As the train finally leaves the yard, darkness quickly swallows everything. During an Alaskan winter, the landscape feels almost endless. Mountains disappear behind blowing snow, frozen rivers reflect moonlight, and forests stand silent beneath thick layers of ice. The tracks stretch into complete isolation. There are long sections where no roads exist, meaning if something goes wrong, reaching help could take hours. The tracks stretch into complete isolation. There are long sections where no roads exist, meaning if something goes wrong, reaching help could take hours. Dispatch provides updates about maintenance crews, wildlife sightings, and possible hazards ahead. In Alaska, one unexpected obstacle can stop an entire railway. Snow continues to fall as the locomotive pushes forward. Powerful headlights reveal only a short section of track before darkness returns. Visibility changes every minute. Blowing snow can hide signals, crossings, and switches. The engineer cannot rely on eyesight alone. Experience becomes just as important as technology. Every few minutes, the engineer scans dozens of instruments across the control panel. Modern locomotives provide detailed information, but computers cannot replace human judgment. The engineer listens carefully for unusual engine sounds. A strange vibration or sudden drop in pressure could signal frozen equipment or mechanical failure. One of the biggest challenges is the air brake system. Moisture inside brake lines can freeze despite protective equipment. If enough ice forms, braking performance may change dramatically. That's why engineers regularly monitor air pressure and test braking response whenever conditions allow. Hours pass, but there is little time to relax. Concentration never stops. Fatigue becomes another dangerous enemy. Outside, temperatures continue falling. Ice forms on windows despite the cab's heating system. The windshield heaters work constantly to prevent frost from blocking visibility. Suddenly, the train slows after receiving a warning from dispatch. A herd of massive moose has been spotted near the tracks. Unlike deer, moose are incredibly heavy and unpredictable. Hitting one at railway speed can seriously damage the locomotive and endanger everyone on board. The engineer carefully reduces speed while scanning the snowy darkness ahead. After several tense minutes, the animals disappear into the forest, and the journey continues. Later in the night, another challenge appears. Strong winds have blown deep snow across part of the railway. Although maintenance crews clear the tracks regularly, drifting snow can return within hours. The locomotive's snowplow pushes through smaller drifts, but the engineer remains alert for larger accumulations that could affect traction or hide damaged rails. Extreme cold also affects steel itself.